What's up everybody, I'm Joel with JS Detailing, and today I'm going to show you how to do a proper maintenance wash on a vehicle that's already been ceramic coated. Today we're doing the maintenance wash on my personal 2019 Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and as you can see, it's been driven in the rain, it's got bugs on the front, we got lots of brake dust. The whole vehicle, including the wheels and calipers, were coated with our Crystal Serum Ultra from Gtechniq, and you'll see how easy this is to clean up. To start off, we're going to go over a few of the 1320 products that we use. The 1320 Street Shine line is a really good actual detail product. It's not just some relabeled thing. They're good products that work and they're great for cleaning. The Suds is a great soap. It foams up a lot and it's super lubricative, so you're not going to grab and just drag stuff across. It'll pick up in your wash mitt and then you can rinse it out. The wheel and tire cleaner is great for cleaning wheels and tires. Black tires are better than brown tires, so this does a good job getting all the dirt off of your tires and cleaning up your wheels really nice. A lot of times, especially with heavy brake dust, we'll go ahead and use the iron remover on the wheel as well. That really helps kind of break down the iron from all the brake pad dust and clean that up as well. You can also use this on the paint, especially in the winter time. It's great for getting the brine and stuff like that off of your paint. All-purpose cleaner is a great all-purpose cleaner for cleaning up trim, exhaust tips, floor mats especially. You can dilute it or use it at 100%. It works really good. And the same with the bug remover. It works probably the best bug remover that I've ever used. You can spray it on and literally watch the bugs start to melt away. But you spray this on and then you can pretty much rinse it right off, especially with a ceramic coated vehicle. Alright, so I'm going to start by filling up these buckets. Like I said, the rinse will just get water, the wash will get soap and water, and the wheels will also get soap and water. And obviously we have a pretty nice water setup here. We're professional detailers, so we kind of need soft water, reverse osmosis, deionized, and then we're aware that not everybody at home has that. So really the only difference is you might have to use a little bit more soap if you have a lot harder water than what we would, but the soap still does a great job and it's been formulated to do that at your home. I'm just using an ounce of soap, but obviously I didn't measure it out, I just squeezed it in there. You might have to use a couple more ounces if you have harder water. Alright, so we're going to start off with the wheels and tires. Especially if you're washing outside, I like to start with those first. That way you don't have any hard water setting on the paint and letting the sun bake into that. So we'll go ahead, rinse all the grime off, get the fender wells real good, the barrel of the wheel, the spokes, the tires, and then we'll spray our cleaners on there. So obviously these wheels are pretty grimy. You can see that they're not quite beading up. Once we clean them, you'll see how well the water beads with our coating on it. So what I like to do with very dusty wheels from brake dust, take our iron remover and spray that on the inside of the barrel and around the caliper. And then take our wheel and tire cleaner and spray the wheel and the tire. And as that iron remover eats, you can see, especially on the rotor, but you can see where it's just turning purple and eating all that iron. So this is our wheel barrel brush, and it's really nice for kind of getting in there. You can also get on the back side of the caliper. This is just a microfiber. You can actually just get the sides of the spokes, the faces of the spokes. This is a lug nut brush, really nice for obviously getting around the lug nuts, but also getting the caliper and getting in around there and around the valve stem. And then we also just have a nice plush towel that you can actually use to get on the backs of the wheels. These wheels are super nice and easy to clean because they're a simple 5-spoke design. If you have a lot more spokes, obviously you're going to spend a lot more time cleaning wheels. Then we also have a tire brush. This smaller brush is great for lower profile tires. Obviously, if you have a truck with bigger tires, bigger brush is a lot handier, but you can see how that just foams up and it turns brown. Really been cleaning on that rubber. So now that the wheel is really clean, you can see how much better the wheel beads water, even on the barrel on the inside. So I mentioned our all-purpose cleaner is great for cleaning exhaust tips. So what I like to do, spray off the grime, just spray that on there. I have a diesel as well. It works really good on cleaning out the diesel soot and everything on an exhaust tip as well. Another great use for this all-purpose cleaner is if you have these plastic inner fender liners. It really helps clean those up as well. Spray that, let it set for a little bit, and then just take a brush and scrub it. As I mentioned before, the all-purpose cleaner works great on these rubber floor liners. So typically what I'll do is I'll just spray it off. Really, these aren't that dirty, but if they are really grimy, this will eat it right up. It really foams up and eats away the dirt. Woo! Look out. Obviously, this isn't a very necessary process every time, but it's been a while, so there's some grime in here. Gonna go ahead and spray it down, and we'll foam it and just spray it off. Now, you do obviously want to be careful, especially if you're using a pressure washer. You don't want to get too close to any electrical connections or anything like that, but as long as you stay a safe distance away, you'll be fine. Same thing when you're scrubbing, make sure you're not going to hit any delicate parts or pieces. Obviously, I don't have any exposed air intake filters or anything like that, but if you did, you could take a trash bag, a Walmart bag, something like that, cover those up so you don't get those wet. I am being mindful of what I'm using, so obviously I'm using a nice microfiber on some of these painted surfaces. Wouldn't want to use a tire brush or anything super abrasive that would scratch up film or paint. All right, now one of my favorite is the bug remover. It not only smells really good, but it works really good. So we're just gonna go ahead and spray it on here. And in most cases, you can just kind of watch it melt the bugs away. I don't have very many juicy bugs on here, but the stuff works great. Now, in most cases, depending on how long the bugs have been on there, with ceramic coated vehicles, it'll just blast away with the pressure washer. You really don't even have to scrub, and that really helps with A, keeping your paint from marring up, and B, you having to work so hard. So let's just see if these bugs spray away. For the most part, they did. I mean, obviously there's still a few little stragglers, but they mostly spray away, and that's kind of one of the major benefits of keeping your car maintained, but also getting it ceramic coated in the first place. So now we'll go ahead and rinse down the whole vehicle, try to get all the loose grime off. Now if you got a lot of grime on there, that's what the suds will help break down. But we'll go ahead and rinse it, and then we'll foam it and then scrub it. One thing I should really mention as well, as if your car has any kind of PPF on it, paint protection film, you want to make sure that you don't get too close with the power washer. It could lift it. Obviously the film's been on here a while. I can get pretty close, but especially if it's been freshly applied, you don't want to get too close with your pressure washer. Kind of think of it as the same rule as cleaning your engine bay. You don't want to get water into any loose connections. You also don't want to get water and lift up any film on your bumper or wherever you have film. All right, and so for our foam cannon, we actually use the same suds that we use for our wash buckets, probably about the same amount that you would use in a bucket as well. An ounce or two in here. Again, depending on how hard your water is, you might have to add a little bit more, but you'll see when I spray this that it's pretty sudsy, and we do that on purpose. It actually cleans. It's not just for looks, but it looks really cool too. All right, so now we got our rinse and wash buckets, our mitts, and we're gonna start from the top down. You always wanna start from the top down because it's typically not as dirty on the top until you get down around behind the wheels and to the back. But after you do a panel or two, you wanna rinse it in the water and then go back, dip it in there. And they got grit guards in here, so you can scrub your mitt on there and get any kind of grime and dirt off of there. And that's the whole purpose, is to get all the grime off in that bucket. So when you go back to your soap bucket, you start off fresh. You can use two sides of the mitt as well. So a lot of times I'll go about halfway down to the door, and then once I start getting down to where it's a little bit dirtier, I'll flip my mitt and go get the bottom half and then go rinse it off. Okay. And typically our next step, since we're inside, we have that luxury, we'll go ahead and blow dry it and towel it off. But we're gonna dry it like you would if you were washing it in your driveway. So we're gonna go ahead and towel dry it off, and then we'll mimic pulling it in the garage and blow drying out all the mirrors, the wheels, all of that. These XXL drying towels are really, really nice. You can see they're pretty large, but they do a great job drying as well. Right, now that we got the majority of the water off of the vehicle, these little blaster sidekicks are great. They do an awesome job blowing the water out of mirrors, door handles, trim, grills, wheels. They're awesome. You definitely want to invest in one of these. You just want to go back over everything that you just sprayed out and get all the rest of the water off. All right, we're just gonna dry out the door jambs, and then that kind of wraps up the wash segment of this. And then if you want, you can always pull it in the garage and do a little wipe down with some ceramic quick detailer. It's a great way to prolong the life of your ceramic, add a little bit of gloss, and sometimes it's just a nice little therapy. So we'll do that next. All right guys, 3 more fantastic products that the 1320 Street Shine line offers is a ceramic quick detailer. It is a great topper if you already have your car ceramic. If you don't have it ceramic, it's a great cleaner and shine. It adds amazing gloss. It'll make your car look like a show car. But it's a great product, smells amazing. Their glass cleaner is another great product, streak free. We always clean everything, all the glass inside and out with their glass cleaner. It's just super easy to use. And then their tire shine. This is great because it's actually adjustable. If you want a lot of gloss and shine on your tires, you can lay it on thick and it won't sling. If you don't like that, you can kind of lay it on, let it absorb a little bit, and then take a microfiber and wipe it off, knock it down, and then it just leaves a nice black rubber, kind of a flat sheen. It doesn't really add shine to it. So this is great because it's adjustable. All right guys, so that wraps up our maintenance wash video. That's kind of one of the #1 questions we get asked is how do we maintain our vehicle once we spend all this money on it, getting it ceramic coated or PPF'd or whatever. And so we wanted to make a video to kind of show you our process, what we prefer, but we also kind of wanted to make it home centric for you guys in case you don't have a nice wash bay like we do. But yeah, that tops off this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment if you would. Check us out on our website, jsdetailing.net, on our YouTube channel, and Facebook and Instagram. Thanks.